Welcome back to Cricket Pulse. It's Easter Sunday, and while the rest of the world was hunting for chocolate eggs, we've been delivered a feast at home, courtesy of the red subjects of the King and Co. Well, as you can see, I'm happy and look like I slept with a hanger in my mouth. I'm George, and on the pod with me is my buddy and mate, Loy. Happy Easter, mate.
Happy Easter, George. Happy Easter. What a day of cricket. We've seen over 750
Absolutely.
runs across two games today. It's been an absolute feast, as you've told, George. And speaking of feast, our man Will is currently deep in the heart of Kerala. And what do you think he's doing?
Oh, Will, I think I saw his picture. Did you see the picture he shared? It wasn't really clear, but he's having a different kind of Sunday out there. I think massive feast, a lot of different kinds of beverages, local alcoholic beverages.
Local build.
Haven't seen
Yeah.
haven't seen some of them. I don't think he even knows who won the toss with Hyderabad, let alone the result. But don't worry, we're here to break down a chaotic Sunday doubleheader. We'll have a chat with Will tomorrow, hopefully, when he's back to his senses.
Let's dive right in.
Let's start with Hyderabad, the Sunrisers. They hosted the Lucknow Super Giants. Boy, oh boy, the result was a sting to the local crowd. LSG won the toss, put Sunrisers in, and for the first 10 overs, looked like a tactical masterclass. What do you reckon?
Absolutely. Absolutely, George. I think Sunrisers Hyderabad, we just talked about Travis and we spoke about Abhishek Sharma, but then, oh my God, Mohammad Shami was unplayable. He was
Absolutely.
absolutely fantastic. He removed Travis Head and he removed Abhishek Sharma in no time, and SRH were reeling at 26 for 4. He finished his 4 quarter of overs. Believe it or not,
Yeah.
18 dot balls, 9 runs, and 2 wickets. What a bowler, I swear. But then again, I think you had to give it to Klassen and Ritesh Kumar Reddy for the rescue operation again. Second match in a
Yeah.
row, they've come and they've rescued them. If not for the innings, Klassen 62 of 41, and I think Nitish Kumar Reddy 56 of 33, put on 116 for the fifth wicket. And boy, oh boy, if
Yeah.
that innings
It,
wasn't there, they would be wrapped up by 15 overs, I would say.
I know the local boy was on a mission. 5 monster 6s ready hit, and then Klassen, obviously a different class, classy Klassen at doing his thing. I mean, it was fantastic to see. Going back to Shami, I mean, I think he picked up from where he left in the last game. He's on a mission. He is fantastic. He always has been. And I think that was his audition to say, Team India, I need to be back in there. But that said, 156 for 9, decent recovery, but it was really below par, really ordinary outing for them. In all honesty, I think if you remember what we said yesterday about our predictions, one of the things I said was opening has to be uh, Markram and Mitch for LSG. And I think they got that right. But Rishabh did come in at 3. And like I said, it was perfect. It's a perfect position for Rishabh. And he justified it. But what happened was with Puran, they're really misusing Puran, and they're not able to capitalize on what Puran can offer if you don't play him at number 3. I think if they stick to Aiden and Mitch to open and Puran at number 3
And number 3.
and followed by Rishabh, I think they will be a much, much more balanced team. But I'm sure today they're not going to be complaining about it. Uh, just about got over the line. Uh, Fantastic day for LSG.
It was, and I think again a great start by Aiden Markram, as we told. I think George, Aiden Markram and Mitch Marsh
Yeah.
up front, perfect start. Aiden again 45 of 27, uh, 6 4s, 2 6s. And I
Mhm.
think he set that stage. But then I think Pant definitely was the anchor today. His 68 of 50 balls, even though not a massive strike rate, he stayed in there. He got them to the finish, and he ensured that there was no last minute hiccup. So I think kudos to Pant for doing that. And I think that was a sigh of relief for him and for Goenka in the crowds.
Oh.
We spoke about him, but then, yeah, I think that being said, some uh, pretty good performances from SRH as well in terms of bowling. Harsh Dubey, 2 for 18,
Mhm.
was exceptional with his leg spin for SRH. I think he cut the runs immediately as he came on. He opened the bowling for SRH today, and I think he stuck to that. I think 4.5 runs over with 4 overs done, I think is pretty good. Uh, Again, I think Eshan Malinga was good as well, but again,
Mhm.
I think it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough in terms of what did play out for SRH today. No, not much runs on the board, and if they had at least 15 more runs, I think it would have been a different tale. I think LSG would have struggled because again they just finished the game with a ball to spare, right? So it could have been a different
Yeah.
ball game if they had a few more runs on the board. That being said, I think that
So
was that game. Do you want to talk
now
about
for
the
the
next
main
one?
course.
The
The
main
main
course.
course. My Lord, what an Easter. Easter fireworks, the Kaveri Derby at the Chinnaswamy. We expected runs, but 250, that was plain bullying, Lloyd. That was
Like,
just absolute stunning. What was that? I mean, I think one of them flew to Covent Park. Oh my God.
oh,
Slaughterhouse.
the launch by
Yes,
Phil Salt and Virat Kohli.
was
46 Phil
amazing.
Salt, Virat Kohli 28, set the platform, and then came and Dev that particle. And again, we've been talking about this boy, George. He's
Oh my
absolutely
God.
lethal. He is class. He's calm, composed. It's a different Dev that particle from what we've seen from the earlier IPL years. He's absolutely smashing it, and I think he's doing it with the class. I think have to give it to him for his 50 today, and it just didn't
Yeah.
finish there, right? I think they didn't just stop there.
Look, the point being, Virat, the king, looked in a mood today, to be honest. He was dropped by Dubey, but um, it was a short stint, 2 4s, a six. He looked, that no look sixer was such a pleasure to watch. It's just so classy. I could watch him all day long, but that being said, it was cut short. I'm gonna start taking you back to where RCB were quite a few years ago, uh, almost the first 15 years. As soon as AB de Villiers and Virat Kohli are gone, the team would fold like a pack of cards. Except for when we had Gale as well. I mean, sometimes Gale would get us on a flyer, but um, it's a different RCB. Kudos to them for fixing the problem. Better late than never. But, you know, um, the best part was when the team was formed, they had one of the main ingredients which never changed, and that was the fan base. Through thick and thin, they knew the fans were there. It's like the Manchester United of IPL. Uh, Loyalty was there. The city was supportive, and then they went through a lot of combinations and permutations in the back room and finally got it right. A lot of credit goes to the entire backroom staff, especially my favorite DK. What a man! What a man! From his personal struggles in his personal life to where he is today, he deserves every bit of it. And RCB deserves him. Deserves the RCB support and the fan. He's just, I mean, I'm sure he's the next prospect for India or some major team in the world. He will be picked up soon. Or will be sad to see him, hopefully he will continue to be a part of the RCG. But that being said, what a show! Phil Salt, Virat Kohli didn't disappoint. Datan Tamburan didn't disappoint. And then came the captain and Tim David. My word. They were
Absolute
possessed.
smashed it out of the park, mate.
Oh my
Rajat
God.
Patidar, 48 of 19 balls, six sixers, and Tim David, you beauty,
Oh,
70 of 25, eight massive sixes, and one, as you told, was right outside the park. I think in Cubbon Park, which was
whoa.
outside the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Beautiful, and I think that got us to 250. Absolutely amazing, right? Death
Uh,
overs, and again, death overs
the,
again,
the,
George. 97 runs in 5 overs, 97 in the last five. They
dude,
left
that was
CSK bowlers shell shocked.
there was a one over with 30 runs. That's three sixes and three fours. That was ridiculous. But what's what's interesting is just before that, they got him clean bowled on a no ball. And I was like,
And
oh
she'll
my
converge.
word. It was absolute melodrama. I'm like, who wrote that script? I mean, how you get him out on such a fantastic ball? But eagle-eyed captain caught that and he said, let's review this. And well, what do you know? He was a noble. Then cleans up the, bowling with a 30 run in and over. Oh God, 250. I
Absolute,
was like, that was a
absolute
massive score
brilliance.
to get.
Absolute brilliance. And that was a steep climb, right? Again, I think if you look at
Yeah,
that was what RCB put down for Chennai Super Kings, and the steep climb was something which Chennai couldn't climb because they lost Ruturaj Gaikwad and Sanju Samson early, and they were reeling at 30 for three. That game was effectively over. But I think
yeah,
again the resistance back to
yeah.
their start from the last
Sarfraz
game
Khan
again. Sarfaraz Khan, 50 of 25, and finally one of the big
signing.
signings, Prashant Veer came to the party, finally stood up and played his part. 43 of 29, played some sparkling shots, but it was just too high for them to climb, right? And I think they fell short. They fell short by, uh, I think, 43 runs, which
Well,
was good enough for RCB because I think that's the second highest. I think in terms of runs, they won a
mm.
match. I think the last one was 50, which was last year, and now it's 43. So again, uh, bowling brilliant, George. You'll have to take that away,
Oh
mate.
no, Bowie. I must. I've always told you one of the biggest unsung heroes of every team he's played for, including the Team India. When he's played for India, he's been absolutely phenomenal. Doesn't give away much. He has this mean swing and the wrong ones. He just his line, his length, extremely consistent. One of the best bowlers India's ever produced, but also the one of the most underrated in every possible sense. And what a fantastic signing. I mean, you remember the statistic we were talking about a few days ago about how much almost the entire international lineup of RCB cost
RCB
against the
course.
against the two youngsters that Chennai signed. Um, it just goes on to show the big difference in the thinking and the think tank, not just the think tank, the entire backroom staff, Bobat, all of them, all of them. I mean, kudos to them. But that being said, Bowie, he is the spine of that entire bowling attack, and we need to have a special mention for the other Pandya which is RCB Pandya. My God, Krunal, a game changer always. He's like on the bet. Uh,
Absolutely. I think the
some
wicket
genes
of
that the Pandya genes are born for cricket. It's
the
crazy.
Sarfaraz Khan wicket was really crucial because he was having a go, and I think we needed the wicket. He just had a
Yeah,
six.
really.
He got a single in the last ball. He came to strike the next over. Krunal's first over, first ball. There you go, stump. That's a
Stumped.
wicket, and we got back in the game. I think again, kudos to Krunal, 2 wickets. Kudos to Abhinandan Singh as well. A lovely outing for
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
2 for 30. So I think overall, I think even Jacob Duffy, he went for runs. He went for 58 runs. But then I think two crucial wickets, which was Sanju
100%.
Samson and Ruturaj Gaikwad right at the start, which was again very, very crucial. Uh, Overall, a brilliant, brilliant game again. RCB on top with a massive run rate, a net run rate as well, uh, where they belong, right on top.
But um, again, what I want to say is one of the biggest difference between the two teams, uh, other than quality in the team, is also the leadership on the field. Because I did see several times that Samson stepped in with his, nuggets of information, etc. But Ruturaj is a fantastic player. I have no dislike to that lad. He's good, well behaved, good lad. But I think I don't know if that leadership is his cup of tea. Uh, Dhoni is dearly being missed because I think some of the calls that they made were ordinary. The choice of bowlers, uh, the field setup. I think a lot of things. I mean, it was very ordinary, and I think stark contrast to Bangalore's leadership is completely different. Even that no ball that was being called, even the uh, like they wouldn't let go of even wides. They would appeal. They would review it, and most of the calls were spot on. Um, the way the fielding, Jitesh Sharma, special mention,
The
two
catch
brilliant catches. It
catches
was
absolutely beautiful.
fantastic. I think it's all, see, when you're winning, people tend to see everything's coming together. CSK did really well for themselves. I'm not taking anything away from them, but I think Bangalore destroyed their chance with the batting, and then even with the
Yeah.
ball, they were really on the field. It was a brilliant 360-degree performance by the team. So, to be honest, they can just say the better team won. There wasn't
Yeah.
much to do. But I really wish the openers, at least one of them, stuck uh, and did something. But if you look at it, the first 4 or 5 went for single digits, and even towards the end, just Sarfraz again. That was Bangalore was his home for a long time, so he
Time
knows the pitch, and I think kind of
s-
what do you say?
had it coming in
Uh,
a way.
yeah, no, I would say at least they got something on the board
Yeah,
with
and I think if you also look at it, I
Sarfraz.
think Jamie Overton, again, he's come back in another knock. He rescued them last time around as well. He's come back and again, he's played a
Yeah,
blinder of an innings today. 37 of 16, 4 fours, 2 sixes.
yeah.
At the end, I think got them closer to that 200 plus score. Again, a respectable total in the end, 207. But then,
It
yeah,
could have
at
been
least
far worse. Yeah, it will
exactly,
count towards the
exactly.
end, especially with the net run rate, and they closed that gap a little. Um, Kind of a consolation. But yeah, but all in
Yeah,
all, I'm not
it's
complaining. I'm not saying, that's bad. I'm like, whatever. At the end of the day, my Easter was perfect. Lovely time with family, some Easter fireworks from RCB. Couldn't have been better. Um,
exactly. So that sums up our day today in terms of the double headers. So on to tomorrow, George. Our preview for tomorrow, we've got KKR versus Punjab Kings, and it's at
yeah,
the ever iconic Eden Gardens, Kolkata. If you look at
iconic
it,
more, iconic no more. I'll tell you honestly, the state of West Bengal, one of the used to be one of my favorite places in the world. I mean, has a lot of history. Mohun Bagan, um,
East
FC,
Bengal.
Bengal is crazy. I mean, that city, art, everything, like from Satyajit Roy to everything. That place was one of the best places in the world, let alone India. What it's turned out today, uh, thanks to Mamta Banerjee and co. And and you know how KKR is. I mean, I love everything about West Bengal except Mamta Banerjee and KKR. I can't stand them, and I feel sorry for the original West Bengal inhabitants, because half of it is all illegal immigrants now. So that being said, I mean, let's not get political.
Let's not go into
But that being
political. Yeah,
said,
exactly.
it's sad. But that being said, so sad that Eden Gardens is no longer iconic. Uh, just imagine when Dada used to play Saurav Ganguly and what it was. It's a shame. But that being said, tomorrow, my money is definitely on Punjab. You know, they're my second favorite team in the entire IPL. I really want to see them do well, which they are, and I'm happy. So I'm not going to complain about tomorrow's outcome as well. I'll be happy with what's coming, but
Yeah, I
I'm
think
pretty sure. Yeah, go on.
if you look at Kolkata, I think they are desperate. They played two, they've lost two. Punjab are definitely flying high after beating CSK, and I think they've won both their games. They are in the top four right now. It's a strange vibe in KKR, to be honest, George. Sunil Narayan, again, I know you don't like him. He struggled this
No,
year.
no, no.
Uh,
I
he,
have nothing against Sunil Naran. I just think it's time he moved because he's gonna get pasted. There's nothing he can add. Maybe one of those odd games, one or two games in the season, he might have a good outing with the ball or the bat, but it's over. I mean, my problem is that they're holding Narayan, uh, whose story is over, and effectively they're blocking Rachin Ravindra, who can be their next big thing. And that boy deserves game time, and he
exactly.
can change the game.
Even if not Rashid Ravindra, Tim Seifert, again, they've got options, right? I think they've got options down there in the team, and the opportunity is being taken away from those people. Exactly. And I totally agree with you, George. That being said, I think they are missing an X factor also on the field, which was Andrew Russell, who's right now moved on to the support staff. He was again carrying that team for a while with innings at the uh, end of the match, which just got them over the line at a lot many times.
Yeah,
But
but
again,
Loy, I think that's again, he's just another overrated guy. How many games did he do that? He was not consistent. It's not like he went out there. Yes, when he played, he was destructive, he was dangerous. I get it, but it's not like he turned up every other game. He was no Dhoni or Kohli. He's just another guy. I mean, for me, if he played 10 games, he turned up for three or four, uh, maximum, not more than that. And that's not a big deal. He did fall
that's
cheap
not.
so
But
many
then I think
times.
these are. But those are the people who've made that team, George. Now I understand that there is a certain team, and there are certain players who played for that for a long time, and they've got them
Mm.
out of situations in a lot many games as well. For us, it might not make a big difference, but then I think for KKR, those are players who kind of created a reputation for them in those teams. They're no, so they did bring that X factor in for them at times, and I think that's the reason why they are known, and they're still with those teams. But again, I agree with you that Sunil Narayan has to move on because there are opportunities for other people who still needs to play. But again, there are new sparks in the team as well. If you can look at
Yeah,
Ankush
yeah.
Raghuvanshi,
Ankush, yeah.
he's been
Raghuvanshi
absolutely positive, right? Two
is one
back-to-back
of the
centuries.
biggest. Now, it's not just about him playing those two back-to-backs half a centuries. It's also his temperament. I mean, he's got the right attitude. When he walks in, you can see it in his eyes, in his body language. He's absolutely fearless. Number one. Number two, uh, even I mean, he's one of those rare breeds of these youngsters who don't worry about what is happening around him. Comes in, does his job, puts his head down, works hard, puts in the work. His work rate is exceptional for his age, and everybody's talking about it. So, him, I think Raghuvanshi and Suryavanshi are two of those youngsters to look forward for India. They're going to be absolutely crucial in the next few years. I would go as far as saying those two would be the new Kohli and Rohit Sharma. Uh, if they don't lose their way and if they put their head down and continue, they will be the new pair to look at. And then don't forget Finn
Absolutely.
Allen.
Oh, he has just been sensational, right? Sensational starts from the power play. He can convert. If he's going to convert one of those 30s into an 80, KKR are definitely in business. I think he just needs to try and do that if they want to get off to a good score. Um, Again, if you look at the other side, there is Vijay Kumar Vaishak, a man in form with the ball. He's already picked up 5 wickets in 2 games. He's at the top with Duffy and I think another player as well. Uh, Three of them are,
But
yeah,
but
go on, George.
honestly speaking, you were speaking about X factors, right? The biggest X factor, if you look at it in tomorrow's game, is leadership again. And Shreyas Iyer for Punjab has changed their fortunes. And for me, I've always looked at Shreyas Iyer as the new generation leader, like Dhoni, somebody who can think on his feet, somebody who can apply himself. He's like the chess master, not the chase master, the chess master, the actual game. Um, and I really, and you know how Iyengar boy, but I think he's sharp. He plays well, fantastic leader, and that's something that KKR lacks.
Yeah, and again, I think going back to Shreyas Iyer, George, I think he is one of those guys I look up to lead the Indian side. If you ask me,
Yeah,
who is
yeah.
a 50 over captain who could lead the Indian side, I would look at KL Rahul or Shreyas Iyer because those guys are giving their heart and soul out whenever they play. They're calm, composed, they know what they're doing, and I would say they would make a uh, perfect captain rather than Shubman Gill, who's
Oh man,
no.
don't start, don't
Uh,
start. So
so yeah,
I think
I
that
think
explains why I kind of dislike these overrated cricketers, and I honestly, Shubman Gill has no leadership skills, uh, but compared to Shreyas Iyer, Iyer's miles ahead, miles ahead.
anyway. That being said, I think tomorrow's game again is a fast off field with a flat pitch. Chasing teams
Yeah.
usually have the edge here. Head to head, KKR is ahead, but I don't think that's really going to matter tomorrow. I think it's going to be who can hold the nerve and who can try and play their best. Punjab can actually hold the record for the highest successful chase at this very
Mhm.
ground from a couple of seasons ago, which was 262. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, so look,
it's game on.
whatever history is, uh, Punjab has learned from its history, and KK has completely lost its way, which I'm happy about. But that being said, I'm so happy with the way Punjab is turning out, and I really want them to go out, express themselves, and I have a lot of faith in Shreyas. I think last year's IPL final, um, I think those two teams are the best two teams this year as well, and I really am dreading when RCB is going to go head to head with Punjab. But that being said, as for tomorrow, I'm going to be very happy to see what Punjab will do. I know Shreyas will come out swinging, and our steep swing Arshdeep Singh and
Usually,
Yuzi, all of them. I know the deck is flat, but I just want Arshdeep to get the line right. Don't give out too many wides. You never know how badly it can come back and bite. But other than that, it's all Punjab all the way.
I can't bet against Shreyas Iyer as well, George. I'm backing the Kings to make it 3 in a row.
Yeah,
So yeah, go Punjab.
yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Well, as far as Will is concerned, well, if you can still see straight, we hope you're enjoying the Kerala parathas and the beef roast alongside your collection of local beverage. Hopefully tomorrow, when you're in your senses, we can talk a bit, buddy. And at least tomorrow, I hope you can. I'm sure you'll be a little
Uh,
free. Hopefully, we'll see you online. Um,
yeah. Cheers, everyone. Until then, keep the pulse racing.
Adios, amigos, and happy Easter, everyone.
Ciao. Signing out. Bye.